Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me here tonight. I'm Kim. Tonight's video is all about some meals that I made with some leftovers and things that I needed to use up in the refrigerator. I'm cooking for 2 adults in Wisconsin, so I hope you like tonight's video, and if you do, hit the like button. Until next time, take care, be well, and I'll talk with you again. Okay, I had some hamburger that had been out for almost 2 days, so I made up some sliders for my husband, because we've got tea biscuits that need to be used up, some meatballs for future spaghetti and meatball dinners, boiling some carrots because we have an overabundance of those, so we need to use some of those up. Of course, you always get a load of dishes when you do stuff, and then the carrots are going to be added to this casserole. So the casserole is basically done in one of these little mini crock pots, so it's just some ground beef from the same ground beef I have to use up, some elbow macaroni, some tomato sauce, salt and pepper, onion, garlic, salt. I'll add the carrots to that, and any other vegetable that he wants, and Bob's your uncle. Homemade casserole in a small little crock pot. We had spinach that needs to be used up, so I boiled that up, and he likes that either warm with an egg or just warm, so he'll probably eat this with the casserole, and he can either have an egg on the side or you can just have spinach and casserole, so that's another meal in itself. Okay, and this is making the freshly squeezed orange juice. So I make about 20, I think this cup is 20-ounce cup, so that's like 3, possibly 4 days of a small little juice glass of orange juice. I get 1 bag, my husband gets the other bag. Mine is all done. It takes about 5 minutes to do a bag, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, if you work on it together. The juicer really does a good job. I've mentioned it before, a YouTuber put me on to it, and I bought it right away because she was and is a big juicer, and she loves juicing both fruits and vegetables, and this was one of the ones she first bought before she went a little more elaborate. I went right on Amazon, purchased it a few years back, and I love it. So I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested in getting an affordable, I think it was under $25, juicer. Makes juicing easier, and this is our vitamin C shot for my husband and I to keep the bad virus or cold or whatever is going around right now away. Okay, it is Sunday night, and it's January 4th, and we had chicken for dinner, a roasted chicken, so I'm making some broth. So I've got onion, a little bit of garlic, some turmeric, and I'll have a little more turmeric later, some carrots, and then the chicken carcass, and about 4 to 6 cups of water. I do simmer it. I like my broth clear. I know to some people it doesn't matter if their broth is cloudy, but your broth gets cloudy because it boiled. So I do a simmer for 4 to 6, sometimes 8 hours. I just keep adding a little bit of water and a little bit more spice, and in the end I add about, I don't know, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric to get that, nice and yellow, but not like a fake yellow, just a rich yellow, because I use it for inflammation, taking down inflammation. So you can see that we're getting, what this is doing is eventually it'll take the marrow out of the bones, and the marrow is what helps your gut. It helps inflammation in your body. It's healthy and it's good for you. It's rich. It's everything you want right there. And so I'm going to add a little more water now because it has simmered here for almost an hour and a half. And then I'm going to put the lid on, halfway on, and then let it go for another 4 hours. And on nights when I'm making a video, then it's just an easy meal. So scrambled eggs and some sausage. My husband loves the Hillshire Farm or Jimmy Dean or one of them sausages, so we give him 3 sausages, and then he just takes some bread if I didn't make biscuits and makes egg sandwiches, and I just have a portion of the scrambled egg. And then I get about getting my video up, and it's an easy peasy supper. And then the next night, which is tomorrow night, January 7th, I believe, he'll be having sausages, potatoes, and red cabbage, and I'll be looking at some leftovers that we have, because I used to love red cabbage, can't eat it anymore. I might have some potatoes, and then I don't eat sausage. So this is tonight's Tuesday, I believe the 6th of January's meal. Okay, and Thursday's meal is a loaded salad. So right now we have egg and salmon. There's more salmon, but my husband actually likes it separate, but I had to have it in the picture to make the picture look pretty. So we have some salad out of our salad that we buy every couple of weeks, some pickled beets, some cheese, an egg, salmon. He's got some extra salmon, and then he has little salad sprinkles that he sprinkles over. So that is Thursday night's meal, and I'm having the exact same thing. And Friday's supper for both of us actually, but I'm warming mine up after our supper meal because I got home late from a meeting, is pizza. We bought a pizza from Moose Jaw that's in Wisconsin Dells. It's a brewery, plus they make, pizzas and all the sides and stuff like that, mozzarella sticks, chicken strips. So we got this pizza. I got a coworker that gave me a gift card. So there's enough for one more pizza on it, which we'll probably use for our anniversary. So Friday night, leftover pizza. Lasagna is on the menu next. So up boiling noodles and that because I want this for Sunday dinner, but I also, previous to Sunday dinner, also want to relax and make sure my video is up Sunday night. So spending an extra couple hours on Saturday evening getting Sunday's meal ready. And here's some black Angus steak that we bought before Thanksgiving at Sam's. It was 50% reduced. I think it was $15.76 is what we paid. I know it was underneath $16. It was either $14.56 or 15 something. We were going to have this for Thanksgiving. If I couldn't find a decent sized turkey at a decent size or a decent price. But in the end, we went ahead and bought this, and we did get 2 turkeys. One that was super skinny and hardly had any meat on it, even though it weighed out at 13 pounds. It was just full of water, and they inject water to make it a heavier turkey because it's priced per pound. And then when you thaw it and stuff, I had probably, 6 to 8 cups of water. It was crazy. And then the other one was pretty good, and we were able to have 2 meals, friends and wraps with the leftovers. So we were able to have friends over so they could eat some of it as well. We had wraps. So yeah, now it is almost the end of January, and I am frying up the 2 black Angus steaks. Then I'm going to chop it up, and then I'm going to make a stew out of it. So my husband wants some beef stew, so there we have it. That should be at least 4, maybe 5 meals. So that'll bring it in under $3 a meal, or $3 a serving. Okay, it's Sunday night, and tonight's meal is spaghetti meatballs. So my husband's meatballs and sauce there, spaghetti there. There's my plate, just with the sauce and noodles. I'm making carrots for an upcoming stir fry, and have some sweet potatoes also baking. So that is Sunday night's both meal prep and meal. Okay, tonight I am making our favorite once upon a time breakfast from McDonald's. We used to enjoy going shopping once a month, and then we would go early in the morning and get McDonald's breakfast. It was one of my favorite things. Besides, of course, just like a homemade breakfast of toast and eggs and sausage that I can make at home. It was just nice to have something out to eat out and to enjoy a meal. So I'm making biscuits. They're great value biscuits, and some bacon and some sausage, and then I'm going to do up some eggs. Mine was always bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and my husband's was always a biscuit with sausage and egg. So that's what tonight's meal is. It is Monday the 19th. I started back to my new job. I started at 7 this morning and was done at 4:30 this afternoon. And I wanted to reach out to a friend of the channel, a friend of mine, Lindy, for sending me an early birthday card, knowing that my P.O. box is going away. I never thought when I got a P.O. box, when I first started my channel, one of the little notes from YouTube and other YouTubers was that you should have a P.O. box because you are going to get offers or sponsors or stuff like that that are going to want to send things to you. And of course, my husband was right away saying, I don't want, these companies that we don't even know who they are or whatever sending things to our personal address. So the answer to that was to get a P.O. box. And little did I know that I would have the P.O. box for an entire year and I wouldn't get a sponsor or anyone offering to send me anything until the very last month, which I'm very grateful for both my Epic water filters and my Vajega garden, metal garden. So I'm thankful for that. And in the end, we didn't need a P.O. box, as companies like that would not send merchandise to a P.O. box. They would only send to a home address. So it worked out anyways. And in the process of it all, I received beautiful cards and gift cards and little treasures and that in my post office box, which was not only surprising in that, I was overwhelmed, emotional at times when I would open up cards from such wonderful people. Able to eat out in restaurants thanks to the gift cards in this lovely, what looks like, and I think it is, a handmade birthday card a few months early. My birthday's on Halloween if you've been here a while. I got a McDonald's gift card, so I'm able to go to my favorite restaurant in that and have a meal. So thank you, Lindy. I appreciate it so much. Thanks to you and a couple of other lovely friends, I've been able to eat out in restaurants a couple of times last year. I guess probably 3 or 4 times last year, and a couple of times this year already. So that is a nice treat. And when I'm tired of cooking, which sometimes I am, or we don't want to eat our backup meals for quick meals or whatever, it's nice just to go to a restaurant and have a meal. And it's very expensive nowadays, so a gift card is really nice to have. So I appreciate you, Lindy, and I'm very grateful and thankful to have a friend like you. Thank you for sending me this and the McDonald's gift card, and thanks to everyone else for what you've sent. In case you haven't read the show notes, my P.O. box is going away on January 31st because sponsors or people that want you to send you something to try in that want to send it to your home address, and so that'll work. And as far as not receiving, communications or cards or anything like that from friends, you can always email me. I'd love to hear from you. I will have my email in the description of this video. Just always feel free to email me in that. And if you want other sites that I have where you can, like my blog and stuff like that, I don't go on Facebook very often, but if you're on Facebook, just let me know and I'll give you a link.